Good evening and welcome to Carnegie Hall. Sorry I am not able to be there today. I'm just making sure that I'm able to take care of my health because ultimately health is number one. Now if you don't already know me, I am Jack Timperley and I live with a rare genetic condition called Fanconi anemia. But what does it really mean to be rare? As patients in a clinical setting, we're often told we're rare and we have this special case that we are professional patients in a way. And that is really a great describer of us. It's our full-time jobs sometimes to take care of our health, to take care of ourselves, to take care of being rare. But what does that really mean? Because even though we might be patients in the clinical setting, we are still people. We're people who want to connect with others. We're people who want to connect with ourselves. We're adaptable to any circumstance, any situation that might come up. We are adaptable because we've learned to be adaptable in our rare circumstances. And that means that we adapt to pretty much any community that we are a part of, whether we decide it, whether it falls upon us, or a combination of both. For example, I found my community in the people just like me who have Fanconi anemia, and it has been a life changer. It's shown me that even though I may seem rare to the outside world, I'm still one among thousands of rares, even though thousands still is rare indeed. I could tell you so many stories. For myself anyways, I received a bone marrow transplant in 2001 at the age of 3. After 4 dozen medical procedures that needed to fix or repair my body. I was given a second chance at life, and I've never taken that for granted to this very day at the age of 21 years, 17 years post-bone marrow transplant. I've been lucky enough to meet some incredible people who have incredible stories. All people who are rare, just like me. One of them had the opportunity to receive a Make-A-Wish trip, yet she decided not to out of an act of selflessness because she knew that there were other people that needed that trip more than she did. I know people who have been the firsts in the medical community, the first double chimera transplants, the first cord blood transplant in the world. People who have been 30 years post bone marrow transplant, at a time when the likelihood of survival was not very high. Some of these incredible people have arisen from something so rare. But there's still the need for gene editing and other medical therapies to help us live even more enriched lives, to help us live extended lives. Because all of us, especially in the rare disease community, realize that our time might be cut short compared to the rest of the population. But we don't take that for granted. We recognize that doctors can't always fix our medical issues. They don't always know everything. And ultimately, that's okay. Because we still have a life today. And that is what matters. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Doctors may figure something out as a brand new breakthrough, and heck, that would be fantastic But if not, I'm just grateful to have lived the full life that I have so far. Because it allows us to think deeper about three main concepts that we all have in common as human beings: love, time, and death. Love extends our capacity to feel love. No wonder why my heart is physically too big for my body. We utilize our time to the fullest because we know that none of it will last forever. And that has value. That every time that we spend breathing on this earth has value. It makes life exciting, because we never know what to expect. We're always prepared for death, but we never expect it. We know that it comes eventually, but we always live life today. Now, what do we do with all of this newfound knowledge and this way of thinking of being rare? We embrace it. We embrace the rare. We must. Because we must not only stand up for ourselves, we must stand up for those around us. For those who may not have a genetic mutation in them, but maybe for those who feel rare, or maybe to those who don't feel like they belong to the rest of society. We speak up, not only for ourselves, but for everybody. That's what it means to be rare. It means having the capacity to realize that life itself is rare, no matter what your genetics tell you. In the end of the day, if we can embrace that rare, we can be heroes. We can push through the suffering, and in spite of that suffering, because it's there, suffering is there. But the thing that separates the heroes from the not heroes is the ones that push through that suffering against all odds in order to care for others, so that we take care of ourselves, so that we can take care of others. And that's what life is all about, isn't it? Having that community, taking care of each other as humans, no matter who we are. That's the foundation of life. That's what it means to be rare. Every one of you in this room is rare. I see you. I appreciate you. And I want to empower you to embrace your inner rare.